Imagine waking up in a beautiful European city where every day feels like a perfect mix of work, play, and relaxation. Sounds great, right? Well, today we're counting down the best places to live in Europe for quality of life. Places where living well isn't just a dream, but a reality. The cities in this video offer the best of everything, from safety, housing, and healthcare to food and things to do. Ready to find out where you might want to call home? Let's dive in. Deep in the heart of northern France, along the border with Belgium, Lille welcomes plenty of new foreign residents each year. Lille is actually considered a metropolis of 95 different French municipalities that form together to make one unique intercommunity. People are attracted to live there for a variety of reasons, but it really all boils down to the Lille lifestyle. From cozy brasseries and gourmet restaurants to bustling market halls and leafy parks, living in Lille epitomizes quality of life. The city even has policies and associations in place to promote art and cultural institutions such as the opera, orchestra, Palace of Fine Arts, schools, and libraries. The lower costs here also add to its appeal. Lille is considered less expensive than other major European cities, around 32% less than Paris, and half the price of living in London. What I really like about Lille is its proximity to other places. You can get to Paris in less than an hour, London in an hour and a half, and then you've got the Netherlands, Belgium, and also Luxembourg nearby. It's also known as one of the friendlier cities in France and a really good place for foreigners to be able to meet people and make friends. And a lot of the locals say it's also a good place to drink beer. As far as accommodation is concerned, Lille is full of options that can suit your taste and budget, from old-styled apartments to modern residences. A one-bedroom in the city center can cost around $700 or $800 per month, plus about $180 for utilities. And the average overall cost of living for one person in Lille can be about $21.50 per month. However, nowhere is perfect. A few of the downsides to living here are the poor weather, the lack of nature, and that the city center itself is crowded and not the prettiest, although the old city is a good place to walk around with lots of bars, restaurants, and shops to get lost in. If living somewhere with scenic views, beachside cafes, and a thriving arts and cultural scene sounds good to you, then look no further than Rostock, Germany. Rostock was once a crucial port in medieval times, but today it's home to a thriving economy, especially in education, healthcare, trade, and technology. Rostock ranked in the top 4% out of 100 cities worldwide for its high quality of life, also in combination with good healthcare, services, safety, and freedom. Located on the Warnow River, this coastal town is known as one of the most livable places in Germany, with a modest population of 200,000. The city's proximity to the Baltic Sea makes it perfect for you if you like nature and outdoor activities such as camping, hiking, cycling, and sailing, or if you just like hanging out on local beaches. Rostock is a good place for you as well if you're environmentally conscious, because it's known as one of the greener cities in Europe with cleaner air quality and less traffic congestion. The average cost of living for a single person is around $1,400 per month, although it could go up to around $3,000 or more, especially if you're moving as a family. Rostock also has more affordable housing compared to other German cities such as Munich, Hamburg, or Berlin. Rent prices are 29% lower than Munich and 43% lower than Berlin. You can find a 3-bedroom flat here as low as €900 per month. When it comes to getting around without a car, Rostock has a lot of options. It has a really well-connected tram system. It also has buses, ferries, and a nice international airport. If you enjoy an alternative lifestyle, then check out the area known as KTV, complete with bars, restaurants, and vegan ice cream shops. And if you're in the over 30 crowd, look up Dietrichshagen, which offers a golf course and large single-family homes with private yards. And if you're looking for peace and quiet, the coastal area of Markgrafenheid is one of the districts for you. One trade-off is that while you do have beaches here along this Baltic coast, the mountains are farther away. But it's a good place for you if you're looking for a cooler climate that's not too hot in the summers, because the average temperatures can be between 56 and 72 degrees Fahrenheit. The lively port city of Gdansk on the Baltic coast of Poland offers much more than meets the eye. It was ranked among the top 10 best European destinations of 2017 and has been recognized within Poland for its focus on sustainability and city planning. On top of that, it's known as the City of Freedom for its role in helping to end communist rule in the region. And on top of that, it's affordable, being that it's in Poland. It has one of the lower costs of living in Europe, especially compared to some more expensive cities in Western Europe. You can live there as a local for as low as $1,000 per month, but the average cost of living for expats can be around $1,730. And if you're looking to rent a studio or one bedroom in the city center, then that can run you about $750 per month. Speaking of which, the city's old town is one of the most picturesque and well-preserved in the country. Along with a mix of Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque architecture, Gdansk also has a generous amount of green spaces, such as Jaskova Valley Park and Tri-City Landscape Park. Beyond its physical beauty and historic charm, Gdansk has also become something of a tech hub, and its location makes it really easy to hop over into Scandinavia and also to explore the rest of Europe. I found flights on Google Flights starting at just $46. The diverse cultural scene in Gdansk is another highlight, with plenty of annual events, festivals, and a strong arts community. There are even beaches nearby, such as Sopot, which is famous for its white sand, shops, and restaurants. With its combination of affordability, career prospects, and also the easygoing lifestyle there, Gdansk is definitely a place to consider if you're thinking of moving to Europe. Have you ever gotten ready to go on a trip and thought, what the heck do I do with my phone? Well, using your home cell phone plan while traveling internationally is rarely the best option. It typically means slower data speeds, higher prices, and even caps on your data usage. That's why getting an Olafly eSIM before you leave home is such a good travel hack. With Olafly, you get unlimited data, fast speeds, and no roaming charges. Check out this unlimited Europe plan where you can choose from how many days you want to travel, and boom, that's it. Simply activate your eSIM when you touch down at the airport and you'll be connected to local towers instantly. This is how much a week of data in Europe costs you with Olafly compared to AT&T. Olafly has coverage in more than 200 destinations, so you can use it almost anywhere. And because it's an eSIM, there's no need to swap out your SIM cards, and you can even keep your WhatsApp number. Use the link below this video to try Olafly before your next trip and get 5% off your package by using the code TravelingWithKristin. If you're looking for a quiet, budget-friendly town in Portugal with a strong sense of tradition, religion, and also community, then look no further than Braga. Known as the Rome of Portugal due to its abundance of churches and architecture, this small city in northern Portugal has roots dating back to Roman times. The Braga of today boasts a relaxed lifestyle with warm weather and low crime rates. A big perk of living in Braga is that you can live there a lot more affordably, especially compared to cities like Lisbon and Porto. In fact, the rent prices in Braga can be about half the price of living in Lisbon. The total cost of living in Braga for an expat is estimated at $1,500 per month compared to $2,300 per month in Lisbon. But rent prices have been going up a lot in recent years, as in other parts of Portugal, so this has been a big concern for local residents. A one-bedroom studio in the center has inched up from €500 to $800, and right now the average price is showing at close to $700 per month on Nomad List. Regardless, Braga is one of those places that attracts people of all ages, from students to tech workers to retirees looking for a slower pace of life and less hustle and bustle. There are also quite a few English speakers here, especially because of jobs in the education and technology sector. But while people say that Braga is a really nice and pleasant place to live, others say that it's struggling to modernize. In fact, I saw one person say that it is stuck in the 90s, especially when it comes to public transportation. Regardless, in Braga, you're close to small towns in northern Portugal, which are fun to explore, such as Ponte de Lima, towns along the coast, and Vigo, Spain. If you're thinking of moving to Braga, then you'll want to consider the D7 visa, which is available to non-EU applicants as early as 18 years of age. The Czech Republic's second largest city of Brno is a safe and pleasant place to live, especially for women. In fact, it's a place where local and foreign women alike have reported being able to live freely and comfortably here at all ages. I found one article where women said, "I feel safer in the Czech Republic than in my own country's capital." And another said that she had never experienced any harassment or negativity for being a foreign woman. However, these are anecdotal and everyone's experiences will be different, but generally Brno is safe, although it can be victim to things such as pickpocketing, which are common in other parts of Europe as well. Located in the heart of Moravia, Brno is close to Vienna, Prague, and Bratislava. You can even get to Austria by train or bus in less than 2 hours. It's a city where history meets culture, nature, and innovation. The vibrant startup scene there has earned it the nickname the Silicon Valley of Central Europe. Local residents really love the nature and things to do outside of the city. In fact, Brno is surrounded by countryside and lots of nature, including the Brno Reservoir and Moravian Karst, famous for its limestone caves and underground rivers. One expat said, "I really enjoy how the city intertwines with nature, and I love that the summers are not as hot." There also seems to be a growing international community here. One expat that I saw said that there are more and more foreigners here now, so it takes away the loneliness. Another said that the food is great and you can find a lot of food from different cultures, which helps them deal with homesickness. The quality of life here is enhanced by the excellent public transportation system, affordable cost of living, and wide range of cultural and recreational activities. One expat said that she loves being able to meet people from all over. She also loves the architecture and history of this city and being able to walk everywhere. When it comes to healthcare, you can find low prices in Brno that are consistent with the overall low cost of living there, but you also can get a high doctor-to-patient ratio. The hardest part about living in Brno might be the language barrier. Although Czech can be a challenging language to learn, other expats say that learning just a little bit goes a long way. And they also say not to be offended if people don't seem overly outgoing or friendly out in the streets. They're really just trying to live their lives and not bother you. So although it might not seem like the most welcoming place at first, that's just the Czech way of being a little bit more reserved compared to what you might be used to in your home country. The cost of living in Brno is about $17.30 for an expat, slightly lower than the $2,000 per month average in Prague, and the cost of an apartment to rent can be from around 10,000 Czech koruna or 440 to 885 US dollars. If you're interested in living in the Czech Republic, then check out their Type D long-term stay visa or also their freelancer and entrepreneurship visa. Tucked neatly away in the Balkans, Slovenia's capital of Ljubljana is an up-and-coming destination if you're looking for a high quality of life without breaking the bank. Ljubljana has all the charms of a Central European city. It's big enough to have a lot of fun things to do, but it's also small enough where people still get to know and trust each other. It's one of those places that rates high for everything from food and amenities to healthcare and safety. There's a low crime rate, and also English can be widely spoken, making adjusting to life there easier if you're a new arrival. Ljubljana's charming historic center with its Baroque buildings, medieval houses, and cobblestone streets and villages speaks for itself. While historic, it's also a modernized city, earning it the European Green Capital Award in 2016. It also has a far lower crime rate compared to larger cities such as Berlin or even the British countryside. Ljubljana's small size makes walking, biking, and public transport easy. You can get a monthly transport pass for €37, and taxis cost around €1 per kilometer. When it comes to housing, a one-bedroom flat in the city will run you between €600 and €900 per month, but outside of town, you can find a place for €450 to €700 per month. And just remember to budget an additional €150 to €200 for utilities. Slovenia's nature is a big draw for foreigners who are attracted to living there, and also contributes a lot to the quality of life of the people. Think pristine lakes, mountains, and forests, and a variety of parks in the city center. Lake Bled is a must-see with its castle in the middle of the lake, and the Pivka Lakes are also worth exploring, as well as the Vintar Gorge. There are a few different visa options if you want to live for an extended time in Slovenia. They have long-term visas for a lot of different categories, from family reunification to self-employment and work permits. So if you want help relocating to Slovenia or anywhere in the world, then you can apply for a free call with me at travelingwithkristin.com/relocation. Number 3 on our list over in the Netherlands, one of my favorite countries, Utrecht is a city that is known for its livability. In fact, this is a place that locals say is a place for living, not seeing. Utrecht is less than 30 minutes to Amsterdam by train, which allows you to live near that city without paying Amsterdam's steep housing prices. The downtown of Utrecht feels like a town rather than a city, with people describing it as cozy, lively, and unique. It's a really fun place to live, and it's also considered one of the bike capitals of the world, along with Amsterdam. In fact, there are some 12,500 bike parking spaces in the central train station alone. While the Netherlands is full of cities that offer a high quality of life, the lack of job opportunities in smaller towns such as Groningen can make it hard to live there long term unless you work remotely or commute to a bigger city. Another downside to living here, aside from the weather in the Netherlands, is that it's one of the more expensive places on our list today. Although the housing prices aren't as high as Amsterdam, it still can be pricey, starting at around €1,000 or €1,300 per month, up to easily €2,000 depending on where you're renting and how long you're staying. So in some cases, the cost of rent in Utrecht can actually be more expensive than the entire cost of living in some of the other destinations in our video today. Homes in the center of town, especially near the canals, are more expensive, while neighborhoods such as Lombok or Overvecht have more affordable options. If this area of the Netherlands piques your interest, then also check out small nearby towns such as Houten, Vianen, or Culemborg. Overall, Utrecht is one of the more expensive places on our list today, with an expat cost of living that's pushing €3,000 per month. But regardless, this is one of those places that, because of its high quality of life, it ends up attracting people of all ages, from foreign students to professional employees to retirees. Another downside is that people say that the traffic in the center can be pretty congested, although you really don't need a car to live in this part of the Netherlands. And if you're looking for more family-friendly options, then you can also check out a couple of other towns such as Hilversum or Amersfoort. Austria was rated as one of the top 5 countries in the world for expats last year when it comes to quality of life. And while you might immediately think of Vienna when you think of Austria, Graz is a great place to live that often goes overlooked. Located in the southeast region of the country, Graz is Austria's second largest city, and for many people, an undiscovered gem. It has a reputation as one of Europe's most livable cities, especially for its public transport and healthcare systems. Trams, buses, and commuter trains will take you pretty much anywhere you want to go in the area. A monthly transport pass costs around €50, and you can hop a bus from there to nearby Vienna, Hungary, Prague, Bratislava, and into Croatia. There's also a good international airport if you want to explore farther afield. Living in Graz is more affordable than other places in the region, especially Vienna or even Munich. You can find housing in the city center for as low as $700 or $800 per month, and as an expat, you're looking at a total cost of living of around $2,100 per month if you stay long term. If you're going through as a nomad, that could add another $1,000 to your monthly costs. Healthcare in Austria is ranked among the top in Europe, which already has high quality healthcare. About 99% of the population is opted into the public healthcare system, but if you are a foreigner, you can also get a local private health insurance plan. They even have special comfort classes or special classes of healthcare that can give you a wider selection of doctors and also shorter wait times. If you pay out of pocket, a doctor's appointment could cost €50 to €100, and there are also plenty of international health insurance and travel insurance options that I'll link to in the bottom of this video. If you love hiking in nature, there are a lot of nice places to enjoy the great outdoors near Graz. It's one of the sunniest and warmest regions in Austria, surrounded by hills, mountains, and wine regions. It's also considered an attractive place to live well from an intellectual and spiritual perspective. Graz is home to the University of Graz and Graz University of Technology, considered 2 of the older and more prestigious universities in Europe. This is also a good place to find high-paying tech jobs. I saw people on Reddit saying that you should ask for a minimum of €3,000 to €4,000 per month, especially if you have a lot of experience. One foreign visitor also noted that you can find a pretty interesting crowd of people in Graz, kind of a mix of foreigners, the kinds of people that you might stumble across in places like Goa, India, or Ubud, Bali. As a downside, people have mentioned that it can be pretty difficult to make friends in Graz. You have the kind of Australian culture that is a bit more reserved, and then people have also said it can be a little bit cliquey if you don't have friends already there. One woman said that the people are so quiet, no one really laughs or expresses feelings. So while that can be a stereotype, it can also be a challenge to make friends there. A lot of people also smoke there, so if that bothers you like it does with me, then that's certainly something to consider. And while people do speak English there, if you don't speak German, which is what the city runs on, or the local dialect of Styrian, then you can feel a little bit out of place. Moving to Austria long-term can also be difficult visa-wise if you don't have a job there, family, or at least basic German skills. Spain often ranks #1 in the world for quality of life, according to expats. Foreigners say they're really comfortable in Spain and rate its affordability, travel opportunities, and things to do at the top of the list when it comes to European destinations. They also report feeling a sense of freedom and self-expression there. Cities like Barcelona, Madrid, Malaga, Valencia are often at the top of the list when you think about the best places to live in Spain, but one of my favorite corners of the country is actually San Sebastian on the Basque Coast. Indeed, people come here for the food and Michelin star restaurants as well as the Basque way of life. I've traveled to more than 60 countries, and this particular part of Spain is one of the places where I personally feel the most comfortable and at ease. And I can't put my finger on just one thing. I think it's just the overall vibe of the town. You've got the beaches right there, but you're also surrounded with nature. This is one of those areas that the Camino de Santiago runs through. It's just such a peaceful place with amazing views. You can walk along the coastline, and it's just a place that I can keep going back to throughout life. Living in San Sebastian ranges from about 1,500 to 2,000 euro a month, with about 900 to 1,100 euro dedicated to rent. Although it can cost more than some areas of Spain, the coastal living here with access to nature and delicious food is well worth it. Overall, San Sebastian is a really good place for you if you're looking for a balanced but also a relaxed quality of life. Even if you're going to work there, you can't help but pass by people that are lounging on the beach or sitting outside enjoying a lot of tapas or pinchos, as they're called there. Living in this area also gives you access to visit France, Portugal, and the Pyrenees Mountains. If you're moving to Spain from outside of Europe, then Spain is one of those countries that has a lot of different visa and residency options for foreigners. If you're retired, you'll want to look into the non-lucrative visa, but Spain was also one of the first countries to offer a digital nomad visa, which is renewable for up to 5 years. Which of these places would you most like to live in? Let me know in the comments below. Subscribe for more content like this, and make sure to watch these videos next so that you know the best and worst places to live abroad in the world.